Welcome back. Let's talk about emergency funds today. Am I audible to you? Please let me know in the chat if I am audible. Please let me know on the chat that I am audible. Okay, emergency funds. Yes, okay. Let's wait for some more time. People might be coming. Let's see. Let's wait for some 5 to 6, 7 people. Then we can start. Kindly wait. Yeah, we are almost 6 people. Today we are talking about emergency fund. Why is so important? How to invest it? Why do we need that? Right. So if you have that any kind of questions on that, not only to that, any of that investment queries or questions, if you have, please feel free to ask it in the chat box, and let's talk about it. Right. I'll take your questions. These 7 people are there. Give me 2 more minutes. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Let's see if somebody is coming up to join our live. So I'm just putting a poll. Please answer it. Yeah. Okay. We are almost 8 people right now. Our question will be on how many months of emergency fund do you have? Do you really have an emergency fund with you? Right. Done. Let's keep it up here. Okay. So emergency funds. Yeah, right. So why do we need an emergency fund? What is emergency fund? These are normal questions we get all the time. Like whenever like I get calls through the free windows, or somebody calls me, they ask me like, do I really need an emergency fund? I'm earning well. I have a lot of money with me. But if there is no dedicated emergency fund with you, then that's a problem, because you might be using that money for any of your needs, right? So if you have any questions on this emergency fund or related to any of the investment based questions, please ask me. So let's discuss on that. Let's keep it very crisp and very on to the point today. All right. So welcome back to my live program. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, let's begin. So what is okay? Let's cover the basics, right? Like, what is emergency fund? It's a fund or money you set aside in some safest place, where you rely on that fund for any unforeseen or unfortunate needs of money, right? So like, instead of going debt, or instead of going to a personal loan or some like normal loans with somebody, it is better to have your own money set aside, which will help you during any of the emergencies. So emergency fund will help you on that particular time period of time. Like maybe it is an emergency, on medical emergency, a car repair, or a urgent trip to somewhere, like work related trip, or somewhere you may need to attend a interview, those airfares or any of the emergency things can be taken care of that particular fund. As and when you use that emergency fund, you will have to like refill it. Okay, so yeah, then what do we have questions like emergency fund, how should we treat it as? Should we invest it in risky funds, or should we go with the basic savings account, or should we go with something like liquid funds? It's better to go with very low risk funds. Okay, low risk funds in the sense like, but it yields you better return. Okay, it's not like you just go with savings fund, which may give you very less returns. So I have a question here: does gold loan and credit card considered for emergency fund? Gold loan is when you take when you do not have an emergency fund. Okay, credit card, yes, you can take it as a consideration for short period of time, but credit card is kind of debt. If you are not able to pay it on time, it will attract you very high interest. Okay, it is going like yearly 36%. Some credit cards charge you yearly 48%. So instead of relying on credit card, you should have a very liquid fund with you. Credit card, you can consider it as an additional layer upon your emergency fund. For example, if you have 12 months of emergency fund, okay, let's say some 5 lakh rupees, okay, and sometimes you may need little more than 5 lakh rupees, then you can rely on that credit card, taking into consideration that you pay the credit card bill first before you refill the emergency funds you have. Okay, gold loan is the next one, because even if you want a gold loan, and if that emergency falls on Saturday and Sunday, you may not get a gold loan, right? Who will give you a gold loan? Because like sometimes Saturday and Sundays are holidays. So gold loan is the second resort when your emergency fund is exhausted, and for a brief relief of that financial stress, you can go with the gold loan, not a problem. Okay, but make sure that it is interest. It will take interest of 7, 8 to 9 percentage. So instead of paying that 8 to 9 percentage, it is better to keep a emergency fund which generates you some 5 to 7 percentage, right? And gold, sometimes you may need it because like you may have functions, you may have so many things, and it's an emotional thing. And if you keep it there, and you will have a different kind of mindset, you may not repay it early, and you may not think of withdrawing that gold out of the bank. So gold loan, keep it as third layer. Okay, keep emergency fund with you, then enough emergency fund, and you are exhausting that, then go with the gold loan. Okay, just curious, which are some equity mutual funds you have chosen to invest in? I have chosen large caps, I have chosen small caps, I have chosen multi caps as well. I have arbitrage for some of my short term needs as well. So these are the funds I use for my own portfolio. I have Flexicap as well. Okay, so equity funds I have in in a diversified way. So Konda family, I think I have answered you. Like if you have any more doubts on that, okay, please let me know. Like I have covered your gold loan part, I have covered your credit card part as well. But keep your credit card in the second layer, gold loan in the third layer, then you can do. Because when you use credit card, you have 1 month interest free period, right? You can definitely use it. It will be very useful for you. But just thinking that credit card is only the source of your emergency fund, that is not a right thing to do. Build your emergency corpus, build it in a right way, keep it in very easily accessible place. Whenever you need, you must get it without any problems. So have that mindset in your mind, and then you invest in emergency funds. Okay, so if you have any other questions, any participants, please let me know in the comment box. I will answer you on that. Let's go ahead with that. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Then how do you keep your emergency funds, right? That is another question. So there are multiple options to invest your emergency fund. Always go with highest interest possible, but do not take too much risk on it. Okay, do not go with some high risk bonds which yield you some 10, 11, 12 percentage. Bonds are much more riskier. Go with liquid funds, which may, like, always focus on some 5 to 7% only, not go beyond that, because more you go in higher interest, there will be more lock-in periods, and emergency funds is not connected to, like, it should not be locked in. Emergency fund should be very easily accessible to you. Okay, so first thing to my mind when you want to invest your emergency fund, that is your Flexi FD, if you all know about it, or your bank may call it Sweep FD, some bank call it active money. You can invest it there because they give you FD kind of returns there, but without lock-in periods, and even if you withdraw it, you do not get any penalty on that, right? You can go with that particular option to save your emergency funds in. Okay, then you can go with mutual funds, where you get liquid funds as an option, ultra short duration funds, where there is no very lesser, maybe 10 or 15 days or 1 month as lock-in periods. Not lock-in periods, but like exit loads you may have. Okay, there is one more question from Amit Ji. I consider stock investment as emergency fund other than FD. What's your view on this? See, when there is an emergency and you have to take out of money, then every money is emergency fund. Okay, if you have your stock, you invested in stocks apart from emergency fund, okay, then definitely you should withdraw it. There is no other option. But if a investment is doing well and it has potential to do well, then if you withdraw that money, then you may lose on that growth of your investments. So instead of withdrawing that, if you have something invested for your emergency fund, and planning it wisely may generate you much more returns than like normal Sweep FD or something. So if you plan it that way, definitely it will help you rather than withdrawing your investments. But investment is also an emergency fund when your emergency fund is exhausted. Okay, because you need money, you need to navigate that emergency, then definitely you can withdraw it. Okay, so Neo is asking more. Sorry, my question could be a bit off topic. I have invested in Parag Parikh, Flexicap, Motilal Oswal, mid cap, and quant small cap and index fund. Do you think these funds are good funds? Yeah, all funds are good, not a problem. And as a regulatory issues, I cannot comment on which fund is good and which fund is not good, because it is a personal perspective of people. And being a MFI registered mutual fund distributor, I cannot comment directly on any of the fund names, which one is better, which one is not better. But your product mix looks better, not a problem. You should align your investments as per your risk appetite, right? And your goals. If your goals are too near and if you're going very aggressively, then that's not a right way to invest. But if your goals are very far away and you have enough room to take market volatility, then you can definitely go with the या हिंदी में भी बोल सकता हूँ, आप पूछिए, आपको अगर हिंदी में बात करना है तो मैं डेफिनेटली हिंदी में आपको आंसर दूंगा. क्वेश्चंस पूछ लीजिए, आई विल डेफिनेटली आपको हिंदी में जवाब दे दूंगा. ओके, तो आपको गोविंदा जी, आपको क्या चाहिए, आप लाइक क्वेश्चन में आप डाल दीजिए, मैं हिंदी में आपको जवाब दे देता हूँ. मधु अप्पा जी, व्हाट I do is pledge shares for emergency funds. Once I have money back, I repay my loan. It is at 11%. I do not want to break my investment as long-term tax is 12% versus 20% short-term. See, the problem here is when you pledge your shares, you are going to pay 11% as interest. Okay, then your money growth is almost zero. If let's take 12% as moderate returns, what we are expecting from markets, right? And upon that, if you pay 11%, you are not growing, you are reverse growing, because you are not considering inflation here. But if you have a dedicated 6 to 12 months of emergency fund with you intact, and it is growing at 6 to 7% or 5 to 7%, then you do not have to take that loan, right? And you are again saving 4% as interest. You can add that as well. Okay, because you are you are paying 4% extra upon 7%, you are paying 4% extra as interest, right? So having emergency fund will give you flexibility, one thing. The second thing is that during non-working days, you cannot pledge your investments. That is the another problem, है ना? So hi Moiji, how are you? Then sometimes when you sell your mutual funds or investments, your maximum LTCG is 12.5%, and same time, if you are within that 1.25 lakhs limits, like yearly we get 1.25 lakhs as exemption, so you are not going to pay that as well. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, then I think you should better to have an emergency fund even before you start investing. That is what ideal plan is. Even like if you are not too much inclined towards having a emergency fund of 12 months, at least have 3 to 4 months of emergency fund. That will really help you. Okay, see, this is what I'm not telling you something textbook thing. I am telling you out of my experience with clients. I have clients who are working well, they are exceptionally doing great, but still they end up in emergencies and they panic at that particular moment and they do not know what to do. Okay, and everything will start like you will lose your mind, you will be under stress and you do not know what to do. That will be happening. Mohit ji asking like I withdraw from EPF some amount I kept as emergency fund. See, withdrawing EPF is that you are withdrawing some 10% earning investment. You may not understand this, but I will tell you, your EPF is generating 8.25 post tax returns. Okay, post tax returns का मतलब है कि even if that 10%, if it is earning 10%, any of the other investment is earning 10%, post tax return will be approximately 8.25 or between 8.5 to 9%. So अगर आप वहां से आप ले लोगे तो आपको वहां पे फायदा नहीं है ना, it will not compound anymore, है ना? So emergency fund आपको like when you are ready to withdraw your EPF, what is the problem in making a small emergency fund for yourself, right? आप क्यों उधर वहां से निकालना चाहते हो क्यों? And even when you withdraw emergency fund from EPF, it will take some 15 days to credit in your account. So it will take much more long time. Okay, गोविंदा जी, सर हेल्थ फंड में इन्वेस्ट अभी सही है क्या 5 years के लिए? 5 years के लिए हेल्थ फंड क्यों कर रहे हो? तो आपका क्वेश्चन मुझे ठीक से समझ में नहीं आया कि हेल्थ फंड में आप इन्वेस्ट करने में 5 साल के लिए कितना करना चाहते हो एंड आपको कितना चाहिए, है ना? इमरजेंसी फंड अलग है, हेल्थ फंड अलग है, ठीक है? इमरजेंसी फंड आपको सिर्फ हेल्थ के लिए नहीं है। इमरजेंसी फंड आप किसी भी इमरजेंसी के लिए यूज कर सकते हो, चाहे वो आपका कार रिपेयर हो, घर का रिपेयर हो, आपको सडन कुछ किसी जगह पे जाना हो या एयर टिकट चाहिए, नहीं तो आपको हेल्थ इमरजेंसी भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है ना? नहीं तो परिवार में कोई किसी ने आपसे पैसा भी मांगा होगा, उनको देना भी होगा, कुछ भी हो सकता है, ठीक है? नहीं तो एक आपका बच्चे हैं या कुछ कोई है तो उनको अभी कॉलेज जाना है एंड उनका फीस बढ़ गया तो आपको यूज कर सकते हो, है ना? Yeah, okay. Aman Bansal, where I will park my emergency fund? I am thinking to divide it, some in savings account, some in FD. See, जब भी whenever you want to invest in emergency fund, do not lock your money. आपका मनी को लॉक मत करो, एफडी में रखना। इस ये मतलब है कि आपका पैसा वहां पे लॉक हो गया ना, तो आपको वहां पे जाना पड़ेगा, उसको ब्रेक करना पड़ेगा, पेनल्टी देना पड़ेगा, क्या फायदा, है ना? इसलिए आपके पास है, यू हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड फ्लेक्सी एफडी, है ना? स्वीप एफडी है जो आपके पास आपका अकाउंट में मिनिमम रखेगा, उसके ऊपर जितना भी आप इन्वेस्ट करोगे, नहीं तो डिपॉजिट करोगे, इट विल गो स्ट्रेट अवे टू द स्वीप एफडी अकाउंट और फ्लेक्सी एफडी, एंड वहां पे आपको पेनल्टी नहीं है, इट इज जस्ट लाइक सेविंग्स अकाउंट, है ना? when you withdraw, like it is just one swipe away or a scan away, आपका डेबिट कार्ड निकालो और जाके स्वाइप कर दो, आपका अकाउंट का जितना भी पैसा है आप यूज कर सकते हो फ्लेक्सी एफडी में। वहां पे आपको इंटरेस्ट भी अप्रोक्सीमेट 5 to 7% दे देगा, है ना? एफडी में कितना देगा? 7.5 तक दे देगा शायद, है ना? बट यू डू नॉट हैव टू पे एनी पेनल्टी, यू नो हैजल ऑफ ब्रेकिंग द एफडी, है ना? बैंक में जाने का जरूरत नहीं है, नहीं तो मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन में बैठ के वो अगर ब्रेक करना है नहीं करना है वो hassle नहीं है. It is just operating like savings account, but it is giving you FD like returns, right? So like instead of going with FD, आप थोड़ा उस savings account में भी रखना जरूरत नहीं है. You invest in like normal account and activate your sweep FD. जितना भी एक्स्ट्रा है वो दैट विल गो टू योर स्वीप एफडी. वो स्वीप एफडी में चला जाएगा. 5% से 7% 12% आपको सॉरी 7% मिल जाएगा, है ना. 12% नहीं, सॉरी. सो 7% मिल जाएगा. जब भी चाहिए आप यूज कर सकते हो, है ना. 3 to 4 months वहां पे रखो. बाकी आप कुछ म्यूचुअल फंड्स अच्छा देखो जो लोएस्ट रिस्क में है. इक्विटी फंड्स नहीं बोल रहा हूं मैं, है ना. जो जहां पे लिक्विड फंड्स हो, या लिक्विड फंड्स लगभग आपको 7.5% दे देगा, है ना. उसके ऊपर आप आर्बिट्रेज में जा सकते हो, वो 5 से 7% के बीच में दे देगा. सो यूज द लाइक ऑल द फैसिलिटीज व्हाट यू हैव, है ना. वैसे आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो, है ना. कोंडा फैमिली, emergency fund to be calculated based on expenses or income, both you can do. Okay, both you can do. इनकम अगर आप करोगे तो आपका इनकम थोड़ा ज्यादा रहेगा एक्सपेंसेस से, तो आप 6 month पूरा इनकम रख सकते हो. नहीं तो अगर इफ यू आर गोइंग टू विद एक्सपेंसेस, it is better to go between 6 to 12 months of expenses, because when you have 12 months of expenses, you know, you literally are free from any of the like immediate financial stress. So I recommend any of you like who are working professionals, have your emergency fund between 6 months to 12 months, and do not forget include your EMIs, which is non negotiable, है ना. यू नेवर स्किप योर EMIs. EMI स्किप करने से आपका क्रेडिट स्कोर कम हो जाएगा, एंड ड्यूरिंग फर्दर इमरजेंसीज यू आर नॉट एलिजिबल फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ लोन्स, है ना. दैट कीप इन योर माइंड whenever you design your emergency funds. Include your EMIs, है ना. EMIs you cannot skip at all, so use your EMIs. Okay, गोविंदा जी, लाइक इफ यू हैव मोर क्वेश्चंस, मुझे पता है आपका क्वेश्चन मैं पूरा तरीके से लाइक आंसर नहीं किया हूँ. आप डाल दीजिए वहां पे जो क्वेश्चन है, मैं आई विल आंसर यू. बट व्हाट आई हर्ड लाइक अमित जी इज सेइंग, when you have sweep FD it is difficult to withdraw money when you need it. No, nothing like that. No problem at all. Okay, I will tell you one example. One of my client wanted to buy a car. Okay, and he thought the same thing, that he cannot withdraw the money. Okay, there was no issues at all. He gave the check and it got withdrawn. Sweep FD का मतलब क्या है? When you have extra money, instead of growing it at minimum 3%, it goes to sweep FD where it generates some 5 to 7%, है ना. जब भी आप स्वाइप करोगे या स्कैन करोगे, आपका मिनिमम थ्रेशोल्ड अमाउंट जितना रहेगा, किसी बैंक में 10,000 है, किसी बैंक में 25,000 है, किसी में 50,000 है, तो उसका नीचे जब आएगा, वो लिमिट से नीचे आएगा, जितना पैसा नीचे आया उतना भर जाएगा फिर से. वो मेंटेन करेगा मिनिमम बैलेंस. ठीक है, मिनिमम बैलेंस से लाइक ज्यादा जितना है वो स्वीप एफडी में जाएगा. सो देर इज नो इश्यूज इन लाइक विड्रॉइंग मनी फ्रॉम स्वीप एफडी. नो पेनाल्टीज, नो इश्यूज एट ऑल. It is just a savings account having extra layer of interest rate, high interest rate, that is called sweep FD. Simple as it is. Okay, do not worry about that, because I am using sweep FD since 4-5 years now. I know how it works. It works excellent. Aman Bansal is asking, what about parking in debt? Yeah, debt mutual fund is good. Debt mutual fund ultra short duration का होगा, या short duration का होगा, या liquid fund होगा. It is good. Okay, you can definitely invest in debt funds, no problem at all. But make sure that what is the exit loads. Okay, some of the debt funds may have 15 days. Some funds have one month. So make sure the lowest exit load days is better for you, because you do not want to pay some even if 0.25% of extra money for just to withdrawing it within the exit load period. So have it as low as possible, and like have multiple things. Okay, like you keep it in multiple AMC or something. You can just design it as you wish, no problem at all. Then Darshan is asking, I am 35 years old, how much SIP I have to do to get 3 crore corpus in 15 to 20 years? Okay, if you are 35 years old, 15 to 20 years is almost 55 years, 50 to 55 years. To get 3 crore as corpus in next 15 years, I think you should be investing somewhere between 50k to 60k. 20 years, if you want to go, that same like 50k or 60k will grow to 4 crore or 4.5 crores. That will be excellent. 4 crore or 5 crore after 20 years is approximately equal to 80 lakhs or 1 crore of today's value. Okay, that will be a great like money for you. right? And purchasing power will be approximately, as I said, 80 lakhs to 1 crore rupees. That will be excellent. You can start with 50k, 60k, somewhere around, and definitely have a very good that planning of your mutual funds. Grow it in a very wise way. Okay, let's start with the 50k, 60k, somewhere around. Okay, Sahadev Pramanik asking, I am 30 years, 36 years, sorry. I want take HDFC Flexicap fund as a lump sum. Is this investment, okay, you might be asking, is this investment good? See, like wherever you invest in Flexicap, Multicap, or whatever the funds you want to invest, when you are going with lump sum, make sure that you are not going in one shot. Okay, have it in a staggered manner. Staggered manner इसका मतलब है कि एक साथ पूरा मत लगाओ. आप जब लगाओगे तो उसको एक मिनिमम 6 से 8 महीना या 10 महीने के टुकड़ा टुकड़ा करके, लाइक 8-10 टुकड़ा करके उसको महीना महीना उसमें लगाना अच्छा है, क्योंकि किसी को पता नहीं कि आज का मार्केट यहाँ पे रुकेगा, आगे ऊपर जाएगा क्या नीचे जाएगा. तो आज आपने इन्वेस्ट कर दिया, कल मतलब 2 हफ्ते के बाद अगर मार्केट गिर जाएगा तो आपको लॉसेस है. तो इससे अच्छा है क्या है, आप लाइक यू मेक इट इन स्टैगर्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट, थोड़ा थोड़ा टुकड़ा करके, लाइक लंबा टाइम में इन्वेस्ट करके एक एवरेज में बना दो. एंड आपको पता है ना, आपको पता है कितना लंबा रखने वाले हो आप, कि या 15 साल रखोगे या 10 साल रखोगे या 5 साल रखोगे, यू नो इट, है ना. उसका हिसाब से आपने डिवाइड करके आपको इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो. आप एक ही बार इन्वेस्ट करने का कभी गलती ना करना. एंड इट इज़ वेरी रिस्की ऑल्सो, क्योंकि कब मार्केट गिरेगा किसी को नहीं पता. अगर 5% गिर गया, 10% गिर गया, आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट भी 10-15% तक गिर सकता है ना. So it is better to have a very good investment planning on that. Okay. Yes, we covered pretty much questions here. Like if you have any more questions, आपको और भी questions है तो आप मुझे बताइए. एंड मुझे लगता है मैंने सबका क्वेश्चंस इधर आंसर किया है. किसी का क्वेश्चंस अगर मैं मिस किया है तो मुझे बताना. ओके, नियो, ओके, Madhu Apache I answered, then Mohit I answered, Neo I answered, गोविंद बोरा जी, आपका क्वेश्चन मुझे पूरा लाइक कंप्लीट कॉन्टेक्स्ट मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. पर इमरजेंसी फंड एंड हेल्थ फंड आप सेपरेट रखो. इमरजेंसी फंड मल्टीपल लेवल्स के लिए है. सारा इमरजेंसी के लिए आपको इमरजेंसी फंड हेल्प में आता है. एंड हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस आपको रखना अच्छा है. लाइक फंड रखने से अच्छा एक छोटा प्रीमियम देख के हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस लेना अच्छा है ना. So you can definitely use it. Okay, Amit ji, I think I have answered your question on that FD. There is no problem in withdrawing money from FD, because the only problem is that आपका क्रेडिट लाइक डेबिट कार्ड में एक लिमिट होगा, वीकली या डेली लिमिट होगा. That is one thing, but you can definitely issue your checks for any amount. Okay, any amount in the sense that should be money, that much of money in that. Okay, and definitely it will help you. Okay, Darshan is asking, if I stop my SIP after 15 years and wait for another 5 to 10 years to take the amount, will it be good idea? Yes, definitely. See, stopping SIP is very optional. If you are not able to contribute for your investments, then you can definitely stop. There is no restrictions at all. Your money, whatever you have at that particular moment of time, it will grow. And definitely it will grow. It will be treated as a lump sum from that particular moment of time, because you are not investing more, right? You will not have that XIRR effect, but you will be having CAGR effect from that point of time. So it is wiser to continue your investment, so you grow your corpus more. And if you are not able to invest after 15 years, definitely you keep it, let it grow. Another 10 years, it will definitely, at least it will double your money 2 times or at least 3 times. Okay, definitely it is a good idea, not a problem at all. But I would recommend you to continue your SIP. Okay. Sahadev Pramanik, I want lump sum step up, step by step you want to invest. HDFC is good. Sahadev, like I want to tell you, since I am talking in a live session and it is a very public domain, as a registered AMFI registered distributor, I cannot comment on any of the funds. Okay, I cannot say this fund is good, this fund is bad, or this fund is better. Okay, that is one constraint I have. I cannot comment on that. And same time, without knowing your financial like what I say, your risk appetite or your goals and something, I cannot recommend you the funds as well. Okay, it will be a very inappropriate thing to say that okay, go invest in this fund without knowing what is your financial condition. That will be a very absurd thing, or like very wrong thing to do as a financial advisor. I cannot do that. Okay, but you can definitely go with this step by step things. I can give you the strategy how you can invest, but I cannot recommend you the investment in the any particular funds. I'm sorry on that, but regulations say that. I do not want to cross it. Okay, I think you can understand that. Okay, yeah, like pretty much questions are done. Let me see what is the poll saying. Many of them are 20% of them do not have emergency fund. 25% of them have liquid invested in liquid funds. Very good. Some of them have in 50 FD. FDs, I would say, like as soon as you mature that FD, better go with liquid funds or some other low risk funds where you have highest liquidity. लिक्विडिटी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन इमरजेंसी फंड. आप कभी भी सोचो, आपका इमरजेंसी फंड लिक्विडिटी हाई होनी चाहिए. लिक्विडिटी अगर नहीं है तो आपको, अगर इमरजेंसी है तो आप कहां से पैसा निकालोगे? पैसा है पर निकाल नहीं पाओगे ना. इट इज लॉक्ड इन. Okay, some of the FDs do not allow you to break it as well. Okay, make sure it is breakable. Then it is better to go with Flexi FD. वहां पे तो कुछ restrictions ही नहीं है ना. It is better to go there. 5 to 7% मिल जाएगा, है ना. इमरजेंसी फंड में हमको थोड़ी ना लाइक 10 to 12% चाहिए. एटलीस्ट वो हमारा इन्फ्लेशन बीट कर जाए ना, दैट इज इनफ. इफ द इमरजेंसी फंड इज बीटिंग अवर like inflation, then that is the best thing we can expect from an emergency fund. We do not have to put in any risk. We do not want any lock-ins on it. Okay, lock-ins हमको नहीं चाहिए. Lock-ins रहेगा तो emergency fund ही नहीं है ना. And always have at least 10K or 20-25K as per your needs in cash in your bank account or in your hands, है ना. अगर उस दिन नेटवर्क सही नहीं है, जोर से बारिश हो गया, नहीं तो कुछ पावर आउटेज हो गया, कुछ बैंक सिस्टम्स फेल हो गया, you do not get the chance to do online transactions, then you will need some money, cash money, right? So always keep some cash money with you. 25K आपका जरूरत कितना है उतना रखो. किसी किसी को 1 लाख भी कम लगता है, तो you can keep 1 lakh rupees as your like emergency fund as cash, no problem at all. But have some like minimum with you, no problem. Okay, there is one more question. Okay, Sahadevji, thank you so much, you understand it. EB Matt, is it possible to beat advisory services claimed 2025 CAGR return portfolios? Is it true? Is it possible? How to beat this much returns? What's the option? See, beating, like I do not see any advisory services claiming 20-25%. Okay, but if they are claiming such things, then they might do it, but with a very highest risk. Okay, they might be going extreme ends, and they may generate in a bull market, not in a bear market. They can never do that. Then if you want to beat them, then you will have to go one step ahead than them, because they are much informed people. They might be having research analysts, they might be having a team doing that. But if you are going all by yourself, I think you should be going one step ahead in risk taking ability. Take that risk and you may achieve it. Okay, but as far as I know, and as far as I interact with fund managers and like very prominent fund managers, they say that going forward, keeping 12%, 10 to 12% or 12% as an expectation from market without taking any risk is the, I mean, without taking any risk in the sense with the lowest possible risk, 12% is the very ideal expectation from the market. But if you want to go that mile, double than that, 20-25%, you should be ready to take at least drawdown of 50 to 80% going forward. 50% से 80% तक भी गिर सकता है, तो उतना रिस्क लोगे तब आपको 20-25% मिल भी सकता है ना. इट इज कंप्लीटली एक्सट्रीम रिस्क टू द एक्सट्रीम रिवॉर्ड. ओके, दैट लाइक वो ट्रैजेक्टरी वैसा है. Okay, so be very like informed in that. It is possible. I am not saying that it is impossible. Very concentrated portfolio रहेगा तब ये 100% possible है, क्योंकि अभी देखो, अभी 3 to 4 months ago, like those who invested in very concentrated portfolios in some thematic or sectorial funds, they definitely did well. They went up to like how much some 35-40%, definitely it is possible. But year on year 20-25%, I do not think it is possible. Okay, if somebody is claiming that they can generate 20-25%, then they must apply to become a fund manager. That is my take. They should approach the AMCs and they should become a fund manager, and they should generate that much returns to the public. Okay. Amit ji is asking how long liquid fund redemption generally takes. Liquid funds, there are like immediately they give 50K for you, like immediately, but normally it will take 2 to 3 business days. Okay, not normal days, business days. Okay, so like after 3 months or 4 months of your emergency fund having in Flexi FD, you can allocate rest of it for the with the liquid funds, because for an immediate emergency you have 3 to 4 months, and beyond that you have to liquidate from the liquid funds, so that you have some 2 to 3 days to liquidate it. So you can plan like that. Okay, 3 to 4 business days is normal. Okay, it is asking, is proper trading makes sense as business in the whole stock market business? In yes, definitely proper trading makes as a business, it works as a business, it is a business. Okay, like if you have a proper system of trading, you know how to trade, you have a certain years of experience, you are not an impulsive trader, you are an informed trader with systems in place, definitely it's a business. There will be up and downs as the market goes up and down, you will be having up and downs, and definitely it's a business, and it is treated as business as per our ITR laws and all. Whatever income you generate out of trading, it is treated as business income. Okay, definitely you can do it, not a problem at all. Okay, yeah, then okay, most of the questions are answered. If you have more questions, any of the participants, please do not hesitate. आपको अगर इंग्लिश में बोलना है, इंग्लिश बोलते हैं, हिंदी में अगर बोलना है, समझना है, तो ask in Hindi, no problem. Okay, I know Kannada as well. I know little bit of Tamil, little bit of Malayalam, little bit of Telugu. If you are some people who are from that particular language, I can definitely answer in that language as well, but not efficiently or fluently. Okay, thank you, Amiji. Fantastic questions. I really liked it. It is helpful for other people as well. Okay. So any of you have any other questions, please ask me. I have another 20 minutes in my hand. Okay. So I have my own questions, okay, framed out to answer you in that. Like somebody asked, is credit card a good emergency fund? No, credit cards are not emergency fund, but that will add you a layer as emergency fund. Okay, because sometimes you may need some extra things. Thank you, Darshan. Darshan ji, thank you so much for participating. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put down. Okay. Credit card can be used as emergency fund, but as a second layer or third layer. Do not heavily rely on a credit card, thinking that okay, I have 7 lakh rupees limit in like credit card, I will use it. But the problem when you use credit card at full limit is that your credit score will start coming down, because when it goes beyond 50%, it will calculate how much credit utilization you are making from your credit cards. When you start making more credit card utilization, your credit card score, like CIBIL score, what we say, credit score we say, it will start coming down. So use it efficiently. Do not go beyond 20%. Okay, 10 to 20% is the ideal thing you can use. If it is 7 lakh rupees, then do not go beyond 15 lakh, I mean 15k, sorry, 1,50,000. Okay, so make a very sensible decision with the credit cards, and they attract very high rates of interest. It will just kill you. Okay, can I invest in emergency fund in mutual funds? Somebody asked, and I have made that question here as well. Only liquid funds, overnight funds, or short-term, ultra short-term debt funds, you can go with that, where you have high levels of liquidity and which generates you some 5 to 6% or 7% as returns. Right now, like Flexi FD may not be a popular option after repo rates are down. Now they are offering some 6 to 6.5% only, but still, like for us, looking that availability of cash or easy access of money, like Flexi FD makes more sense than liquid funds or these overnight funds, because we have liquidity constraints during the non-working days, non-business days, right? So Flexi FD makes a very good sense. Keep it some 3 to 4 months there, no problem, and move forward. Then can I use emergency fund for investing? vacation or shopping, do not do that. Emergency fund is dedicated for emergencies only, not for your joyful ride or something. Use it for only emergencies. Okay. Then when should I see? There was one question last. One of my client asked me. He said that he is having only 3 months of emergency fund. How can I start building it? I do not have extra money lump sum. So building an emergency fund is not something like you stress out. If you have 3 months, well and good, you definitely will do very good financials out of it. You can start investing little by little, like uh, 10K, 5K, 1K. Even if you have 1K left over in the end of the month, you can start adding to that emergency fund. Okay, when you add it, it will start building up. It will start building up, and one fine day after some months, you will be like covering 3 to 4 months. Then you start building to 5th month, then 6th month, then you go for the 12th month. Okay, the extra money what you have, you've prioritized to build your emergency fund first, then you can go for the investments. So Sujit is asking how is mutual fund compounding works. Okay, mutual fund compounding works on the very first day of your investment itself. Okay, be it whatever money it is. Okay, if it is not working on the first day, how can it work on the 10th year? It will not, right? When you invest today, let's say tomorrow it is 1% up. Okay, so whatever growth will happen from that 1% up is itself. Let's take an example, okay, of 1 lakh rupees. Okay, today you invested 1 lakh rupees and market went up by 1% tomorrow, that is 1 lakh 1000. Tomorrow, if market goes up, that 1 lakh 1000 will grow, not only 1 lakh rupees. That 1 lakh 1000 starts growing. Okay, if market falls, it is reverse compounding, right? It is reverse compounding. Whatever 1% falls down, it is falling from 1 lakh 1000, not from 1 lakh rupees. So what you invest every day, okay, every day or every month adds up. That particular day, how much money you have in your portfolio will grow, not from the beginning. It has already grown till that particular position, today's date, right? Your 1 lakh has grown to, let's say, 3 lakh rupees. Okay, it has taken that much of time to grow till 3 lakh rupees, and today's value is 3 lakh, and going forward this 3 lakh is growing. Okay, so you do not have to think about your previous investments. Okay, so there was one fine example that one of my clients started investing in 2015. Okay, 20, and he thinks that if he breaks that, if he stops that investment and withdraws that money, his compounding will stop. No, it is not like that, because when you withdraw that money, that compounding was effect till that particular day, and it has affected and it has included all the compounding benefits in that particular amount. And if you withdraw and you invest simultaneously, that compounding will continue. Okay, the value what it has increased is because of the compounding itself. Okay, so compounding is like whether it is mutual fund, whether it is your FD, whether if it is any of them like investment things, that compounding will start from very first day, and it's a continuous process. Today what value you have, that will increase, that will decrease, again it will continue. Okay, that will increase. That particular day value is very important. That is where the compounding starts and continues. Okay, I think Sujit ji, I think I have answered you. If you have any questions on this, please let me know right now. We can like clarify it, right? If you like, did you understand what I said? If you did not, if you have any questions on that, let me know. Then RD is also one of the way you can invest for your emergency fund, recurring deposits. But the problem with them is that the interest rates are very less. It is better to go with Flexi FDs again. Yeah, thank you so much. Glad that you understood that. Yeah, thank you so much. Then RDs you can do, you can test it whether how much it is giving. Some of them people are investing in RDs in corporate banks. Okay, cooperative banks, not corporate banks, cooperative banks, small banks, which do not have some regulations. They offer higher returns, but it comes with risk. Okay, normally doesn't anything, nothing happens, but it, in case something like in like mishandling of funds happens, you know, your RD amount is at risk. Do not go behind higher returns and go with investing with some non-regulated firms. Go with regulated firms. Your money is very important. You have earned it very in a hard way, so do not give a chance to lose it. So keep it with you. invest it in a very right place. Even if it is giving a 1.5% lesser, no problem. The safety is very important, which is why like Flexi FDs makes a strong sense. After that, you going with the mutual funds makes much more sense, because mutual funds are much more regulated, right? So definitely you can have a very a structured plan in building an emergency fund. Do not underestimate the power of emergency fund. It is very powerful. It gives you wings to invest in the future. When you know that you are covered with 12 months of emergency fund behind you, you are not going to worry about making a good investment decision. When you have something, see, normally what happens, if we are not covered with some good emergency fund behind us, whatever investment opportunity comes up, we will think, what if I invest and something happens and I need money? We are not going to make that investment. We are not going to make that investment, right? But what if you have 12 months of emergency fund behind you? You will never think about like what will happen if I invest, right? If I need money, I will have to break it. No, you do not think about it, because you have an emergency fund with you. So at that particular moment, you can definitely go and invest in that particular like opportunity, right? You make that opportunity, you seize that opportunity, you make money, right? So always have emergency fund. It will compound your wealth in a different way. Okay. Amit ji asking, if one does not have active loans, also no plans of taking any additional loans in the future as well. If one has to just handle monthly family expenses and investment, then how we calculate emergency fund? See, investment, you do not have, investment can be stopped at any point of time, no problem, because you can stop your investment for brief time period where you are experiencing that financial stress. Okay. So if you take that only expenses, like if you are a working professional, let's say it will take some 6 months of time to get another job. Let's take job loss as an example, right? Only you have to take care of your family for 6 months, and 6 months of emergency fund is adequate. It's enough. Okay. But if you are a businessman and there is a problem in business, maybe the market is not working well or something, you have a very irregular kind of income, then it is better to go with 12-month mandatory things. Okay. For working professionals, I always prefer to have your emergency fund between 6 months, 12 months. Okay. But for business people, make sure you have 12 months of emergency fund. Beyond that also is very good, because any up and downs, you might be needing to improve your business, you need some money, you can use that emergency fund as well. For like 1 or 2 months of emergency fund, you pull out and you invest. Maybe your cash flow is having little longer time, because your customer is not paying you on time, and you need some capital to deploy. So having 12 months of emergency fund will definitely help you. For working professionals, as Amit ji is asking, have something between 6 to 12 months. Okay. 6 months as a mandatory thing, and flexible thing between 6 to 12 months, because anyone can get a job within 6 months, unless and until some like black swan events like COVID. Okay. That is a very difficult time where nobody was getting jobs, right? And at that time, this 12 months of emergency fund will definitely help you. And normally 6 months would suffice, because most of the people will get their job back within 3 to 6 months. Okay. That you can do, right? So family expenses are taken care of, everything is taken care of. You have considering you have health insurance, you have like term insurance with you, everything. So definitely that 6 month will definitely help you. Little moving forward may like make it much better. Hi, how are you, Blitz? Like, what's your name, Blitz? Like, I do not know your name, so I can address you with your name, right? So, hi. What if you have any questions on in this topic or any of the topic related to investment? Please ask me that. Not a problem. Yeah, Amit ji, I think I have answered you that question, right? Like having 6 to 12 months would really help you, but having minimum 6 months is looks more than enough, right? Having little safer side, go to 6 to 12 months. Otherwise, 6 months is more than enough for you. Any of the working professional, if they are not having any of the loans or any other liabilities like loans, definitely 6 months is more than enough. Pushing it a little bit more would be better. Okay, not a problem. I will keep it that way. Okay, yeah. You do have any questions on this topic or any investment topic? Please come up with that. Let's have a talk with it. We have a little more time with us. I'm a little free today. we can talk little more, not a problem at all. Yes, Amizri, thank you so much for your questions. It was excellent. It was really excellent questions. All your questions were very good, very informative to everyone who is watching this video. I mean, watching this live thing. Now, 27 people have been voting our poll, and 19% of people do not have an emergency fund. Please consider, start with something. Okay, start building it. At least 2 months, 3 months, that will be better. You will feel better. You will feel much more empowered with when you have emergency fund. Trust me that. Trust me on that. I'm the beneficiary of it. Many of my clients are beneficiary of having an emergency fund. Some of the situations pop up like anything out of nowhere. It will pop up, and you will need some money, and you are not in a place where you can liquidate your investments. Okay, like Blitz is asking, can you please explain term insurance and how to choose? Yeah, see, term insurance, simple. It is a pure insurance which is covering your life, right? If something happens to the insured, the total sum assured will be given to his family. Okay, let's say XYZ person is earning 10 lakh rupees per annum, and he has taken 20 times of his income. Okay, 20 times of his income is almost, let's say, 2 crore, approximately 2 crore. Okay, if something happens to him when the insurance is in effect, then he will be getting that insurance amount. Okay, now let's come to the some regulatory things about term insurance. So initial 3 years, the company which has given you insurance has the authority to cross examine the cause and all the things. Beyond 3 years, they are not having any authority to question it. They will have to pay it. Okay, in like one thing here is that you should disclose everything which is any of the health issues or anything. You should disclose it properly. Okay, because after something happens, if the insurance company discovers there was some problem, then they may not give the insured amount. That should not happen. Okay, so be transparent, be honest in it, and then you get it. Okay, next thing about term insurance is that you are not going to get any benefits of the premium you paid till the end of the tenure, and you do not have to expect any kind of returns from that payment, because you are paying very less amount compared to the sum assured. Okay, currently let's take a basic as example. For 1 crore term insurance, you will be having approximately 10k to 15k as premium. Do not expect anything, because you are taking 1% as expenses in there. Okay, then next thing, like how to choose. You can choose any of the companies which is providing the term insurance. Okay, no problem at all, but consider solvency ratio. More the solvency ratio, you better the insurance company is. Now all the company is having 97 to 99% of solvency ratio, then that's not a problem. Okay, then when you choose it, make sure that if ABC, company A, company B, company C is giving you 1 crore as insurance, compare the price, compare the additional riders they are giving you. Some of the insurance company will give you free riders, such as a disability will waive off your future premium payments, or if there is a some in between, if you cannot pay, they will allow you to stop your premium payment for a brief period of time. That all things are there, but never take something which is giving you returns after payment period. Okay, they will tell you that they will give you the premium back plan. Okay, do not go with it, because the premiums back plan will have more premium, 5 to 10% more than the normal traditional term insurance. Okay, that premium back you can achieve it by investing that money. You do not have to pay them. Okay, that is a fooling thing. You do not use it. Okay, then other than that, only take your additional riders, like accidental rider or some critical illness rider or something. If you are needing it, then only you take. Otherwise, go with the pure term insurance, and critical riders you can go with your health insurance. Okay, but having additional layer of protection in term insurance is not bad. Okay, but if you take such riders, your cost of premium will go high. Your premium of your cost of that particular term insurance will go high. It is better to have your critical illness or something with your attached with your health insurance. Even if the premium goes high, your coverage will be more there. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, then rest of the things remain same in everything. All the term insurance companies are same. You can go directly to their websites and purchase the term insurance what you need, right? One more point which is very important is that always have your term insurance in the range of 12 times to 20 times of your annual income. Okay, if your annual income is 10 lakh, at least have 1.2 crores to 2.5 crores. So you can definitely have that buffer, because today for us 1 crore may look good. After 10 years, 15 years, 1 crore may not look good. And if you are going to purchase after 10 years, 15 years, the price or the premium what you are going to pay after 15 years will be much more higher, maybe 3 to 4 times what you are currently paying. So if you are paying right now, okay, if it is little more, no problem at all. Take maximum what you can. So that is the main things what I educate people when they ask me about term insurance. Nothing much in that, but definitely you should see all things what is required to you. Okay, there is one more question. Can I use funds in the market dips? No, emergency funds have a purpose. You only use it for emergency funds. Okay, today you may see market dip as an opportunity, you withdraw it and invest, and tomorrow again the market dips out, you do not have money, right? If any there is a dip in your financials, you do not have money. So have a dedicated emergency fund only for that dedicated things. Have your investments to that particular things, because it is very difficult to, then there is no discipline in investing as well, there is no discipline in your personal finances as well, there is no discipline in your emergency funds as well. Then you will be scattered, or your thoughts will be scattered. You will always be thinking about, I will make little more there, I will make little more here, I will start investing that emergency fund here, there, or wherever it is a fund of mine. Do not do that. There is a purpose for all the investments. Keep your emergency funds there. If you have access in emergency fund, then you can definitely withdraw. Like if you have more than 12 months, okay, let's say you have 14 months of investment, okay, you can take 2 to 3 months of emergency fund out of it and invest in a dip, and again refill it when there is an opportunity. When you are having extra money, you can definitely refill your emergency fund. Okay, other than that, please do not do that mistake, because emergency will not knock your door and come like I'm coming. It will not tell. So be prepared for it. So that is one point. You do not do not make such kind of mistakes. Okay, so yeah, let's do you have any questions on that term insurance? I think I covered almost 80% of things. If you are looking for any specific things in term insurance, please let me know. I can answer that. Okay, NTPC, you told me that emergency fund in market dips. I prefer not to go do that. If you have any counter argument with that, please let me know. No issues. We can have a very healthy discussion on that. Whys and nots, do's and don'ts, we can definitely discuss. Okay, because that's something most of the people do. Then some people, yeah, sometimes it will help you, because emergency is not everyday practice. Once in a while it comes, but many people benefit out of it. But having something dedicated will definitely help. It is publicly available. It is in live section. I do not. It's there. It's public. Please give access to video, as I was unable to see the full live. I think you are talking about the previous live, isn't it? So it is there. It is already live. You have full access. Everybody has full access to it. Okay, I made it public. Thank you. I'll just check. I'll check again. Is it? I think you're talking about the old one. Okay. So yeah, fine. If you have any more questions, please let me know. We can discuss on that. Otherwise, we can wind up. Right? It was a very good discussion today. I'm available for 5 more. I'm available, not a problem. If nobody is having any questions for next 2 to 3 minutes, let's wind up. No problem. Right? We can come on the next weekend talking about new topics. If you want any topics to be covered in the next live, please let me know in the comments, so I can definitely think about it, discuss about it, and we can come up with that particular topic. Okay, if anybody are new in this YouTube channel or two with me, please consider subscribing me. You can join my WhatsApp channel as well. You can get that your WhatsApp channel link in my bio. right? We have a very good, healthy WhatsApp channel of more than 2,000 people. We discuss, we put so many things, we get market updates there, right? When to invest, the dips and everything, you get the options there. I mean, updates there, you can definitely make use of it. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any more questions? I'll be happy to answer that. Otherwise, we'll wait for 2 more minutes and then wind up this call if there is no more questions. Fantastic. Let me check if I have missed any of the questions. I do not think I have missed. It was fantastic discussion today about emergency funds and other questions. Is it possible to beat? Okay, I covered it. I have covered this as well. Yeah, most of the things are covered. Almost all, everything, 100% of the questions are covered. Nothing is left out. So fine then, thank you so much for being here with me today. We have discussed so many things today. It was very fruitful. I will be putting this video in the public domain under the live section you will have. I will try to put it in the video section as well. We'll see. Okay, fine then. No more questions. We can wind this YouTube call today, YouTube live today. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend as well. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Let's end up this. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bloods, thank you, NTPC. Yes, this video will be available. Yes, like allow me some time. Okay, I will definitely by the maybe by 6 o'clock or maybe even before that, I will definitely put this live. Okay, I will see immediately. I do not think, because it takes a lot of time to process. Once that is processed, I will just put it public, make this public. Okay, thank you so much then. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend. Yeah. I'm going to end this poll. Poll is fantastic. 24% of people have an FD, 24% of people have in savings account, 31% of people have in liquid funds. That is great. 21% people does not have a emergency fund. That is not good. Have at least start something. Okay, take care. Bye bye.